Good morning, class. Welcome back. Today we'll see the last topic of the chapter, that is Stalinism and collectivization. So, prior to this, we have seen the growth of industries and economic growth in Russia and civil war. So, after this, we proceed to the farm reason, and we know that this is the time when Lenin was not there, he was no more. After his death, Joseph Stalin, who hold the party and brought some new thing in the country. So how it had happened, let's see. It was the time period of 1927 or 28. The towns in Soviet Russia was facing acute problem of food and storage, sorry, shortage. So this was because of in Soviet Russia, whatever the problem was that the peasant refused to sell their grain to the government buyers at these prices, means whatever the prices kept by the government, peasants were not ready to sell them. So Stalin, who headed the party after Lenin, I told you, introduced farm emergency measures. Means to hold, to see how it should be, the society can grow. Whatever the plan he introduced, that was the plan of collectivization. Collectivization, as with the name you can understand, collectively the farm was cultivated. Means the people got their profit according to their needs. So he believed that the rich peasants and traders stock supplies to create the shortage of grain. Means he believed what he believed, that the rich peasants and, means sometimes the rich peasants and the traders, they stock the supplies, or that's why the shortage of grain take place in the market. So what he did, he controlled the situation. Hence Stalin introduced collectivization program to stop all these things. And in the society, in the means society, the grain producing area supervising and forced grain collection. So raiding kulkas, name well-to-do peasants. Means kulkas means well-to-do peasants were eliminated. So these people who were the rich in society, they have lots of money. The farmers, sometimes they were hoarded the material, hoarded the grains. They were eliminated. Means there was no role of them. Why? Because the shortage is continued. The decision was taken collective farms because shortage was not finishing from the market. So that's why they were eliminated, and it means sometimes it became very difficult for them. And we know that there was the size of land holding was small, so it was impossible to get the large production. So that's why he introduced this idea. So to develop modern farms and run them along with industrial lines, with machinery, it was necessary that he should eliminate kolkas. So taken away land from the peasant, established state controlled large farms. Means this was the program of Stalin. So from 1929, peasants were forced to cultivate in collective farms. So Stalin introduced the program collectivization. You must remember this. So the bulk of the land and implements were transferred to the ownership collective farm, and peasants work on the land and kolkhoz profit shared. Here another word you're getting, kolkhoz. Kolkhoz means, here we'll see the people like collective farms to which we call kolkhoz. So bulk of land implements were transferred to the ownership of collective farms, that is kolkhoz. In NCRT you will discuss this. That is, I tell you, kolkhoz. Kolkhoz means collective farms. So the system collective farm introduced, and those farmers who resist collectivization were punished, deported, and exiled. Means what used to happen? Simply the story, can you understand? Like the enraged peasants resist authorities destroying their livestock. Means the people who were earlier having their own farm, own land, but at the order of Stalin, they were forced to do this and under the collectivization program. So means they were not getting enough to eat. How could they eat their livestock? So because of that, they start killing their livestock. Okay, so the population of the livestock became one third. It left one third, and sometimes they were against of the Stalin, and they were, if they were against, they were punished by Stalin, and sometimes they were deported, sometimes they were exiled. In spite of collectivization, production did not increase. Sometimes it has been seen that the production did not increase. So the program was not successful, but in fact of bad harvest 1933 or 30 or 33, so led one of the most devastating famine took place in where 4 million people died. So the situation, all the things, if you see in the history, that the party was criticized, the confusion of industrial production under the planning economy and consequences of collectivization. So Stalinist sympathizers charged these critics with the conspiracy against of socialism, means highly they were criticized. And sometimes it is said that it was the crime, and means they were talk like, means they were criticized everywhere. Though they were forced to file confession under the torture executed, several among them were talented professionals. So means whatever the program thought by Stalin, it was not successful. They were highly criticized by the people. So now it is the last segment of the chapter, that is global influence of Russian Revolution and USSR. Means how it was accepted by the world in the country, by the means countries in the world. Like Russian became the first country to establish a communist state. The situation you have seen, how they fought, how they introduced. Bolsheviks encouraged colonial people to follow their experiment. Means with your own wit you can also have an idea about how it was good. When you see, when you peep into the matter, how the people were means forced to come under, whether it is industrialization or it is farming. So many non-Russian participated in the Conference of the People of East 1920s. Bolshevik founded Comintern in the International Union of Pro-Bolshevik Socialist Party. By the end of 20s, international reputation of USSR as a socialist party had declined. Reason behind, we have seen the consequences, like whosoever fought in the revolution or introduced himself or herself, that was only that means they were deprived, they were depressed segment of the society. So, but socialist ideal still enjoyed respect among the people. Means like the whatever we have seen, lastly it is decline. Reason behind, you have seen in the collectivization, people were forced to come under the program. Industrialization, they were forced to come under the program. So lastly, the impact, the influence was everywhere till 1950s. It was accepted by the all country that the style of government in the USSR, okay, with the all ideals and Russian Revolution. Sometimes it was expected, people used to come there to take the ideas and become the great power. But industries, agriculture had developed, the poor were being fed. Means like where the poor people generally, it is good for them but not for long term. So this was the global influence of Russian Revolution and USSR. So this was all about the Russian Revolution. So hope you understood, and read it again and again so that you can find out all the concept clear. Thank you.